So the general idea of Chapter 1, it focuses on healthcare information and how it's electronically stored and used in various fields of healthcare. So the topic that I want to focus on specifically is EHR, Electronic Health Record. And the reason why I want to focus in on this is because after finishing 2 years of professional pharmacy school, I've had a lot of encounter and experiences using EHR. So I really believe that EHR is the backbone of patient shared information and documentation. So whether I've had clinical rotations at a hospital or pharmacy, a community pharmacy, or even my work community pharmacy, I realize the importance of EHRs and how when we receive patient information from a doctor, a physician, a nurse, that we are able to enter that patient information and store it in this central system or database. And it's very convenient because we are able to look a patient up and see the allergies, any drug interactions, and I thought it was very interesting reading this chapter because it just reinforced everything I've learned these past 2 years of my didactic education in pharmacy school. So two examples I want to point out from reading the chapter is on page 14, figure 1.2 on this page. It's a sample of EHR information. And what I really like about that is it's very similar to what I use at work. So of course the format, the layout is different, but certain things like patient sex, patient status, ethnic group, contact information, state, all of that, it's very relevant and the same to what people actually use in real life. And the other one I want to point out is the EHR progress notes, chapter 15, sorry, page 15. What really stood out to me is that in hospitals or clinical settings, we actually use that. And so POMR was talked about in chapter 1, and it's used to create a SOAP, like SOAP for a patient, where you have subjective data, objective data, assessment, and plan. And that's just a way clinicians think about and the way they assess and see a patient and carry on how to receive the information and type the information so that other healthcare providers, such as pharmacists, nurse, technicians, whoever needs to access this information, can know exactly what's going on with the patient. Um, and yeah, I really enjoy reading this chapter because even when it comes to other examples like MTMs, uh, pharmacies do MTMs to see if patient has any drug interactions or if their medication list, if we can change brand to generic to save money or take out unnecessary medication, we will make that adjustment and send that advice to the doctor and see if the insurance can make any changes. And so all of these updates, such as MTMs and other things that pharmacists or clinicians do, any of these updates, you can actually update it into the electronic health record. And it's very convenient because various people can access it and it makes patient care better and safer versus paper documentation. And even in class, we learn when we switch over from paper documentation to EHRs, the risk or statistics of patient harm actually decreases. And so I really enjoyed reading about this chapter because it was very relevant to what is going on in healthcare today.